Hello, people of Earth. It is March 29th, Saturday of 2014, and what we're here to do. So, I know that you probably came here based off of the title. That was, I'm just improvising, and you expected a review of the piaggero, the Yamaha piaggero NP-11. We're going to do that, but this is the big problem that I've seen in terms of like the way people have talked about it so far. This is my Roland RD150. That is my old Behringer amp. I still gig with this. This is a... Let me give you some of the specs on the RD150. I bought it in 2000-ish. I think I bought it maybe 2001 and a half, maybe 2002. And it was incredibly expensive. This has fully weighted keys. It's 88 fully weighted keys, total touch response. 64 no polyphony. It has split layer. Its dimensions, it's 4.5 feet, roughly, by 1 foot. It's 4.5 inches thick-ish. Here's the big thing, though. The weight is 50 pounds. This is a very heavy... This is a stage piano. The stand underneath it that I use is a stage, and it's also what I gig with, you know. It's what I used to gig with. And as a stage piano, it's wonderful. It has 2, 4, 6, 8. It has 16 different voices. It has metronome, split transpose, chorus, reverb, and it actually has a built-in sequencer, and you can control the levels of the registers in terms of the split independently, and in terms of the patches, it sounds really nice. And most notably, it does include a acoustic bass, which is incredibly useful. And it's super easy to use. One other thing, let's go back here. Yes, I know, you feel like you're flying, because you are. Here is the back, and we're looking at sideways. I'm sorry about that. Let me get this camera strap out of the way. Okay, so here we have phones 1 and 2 output. And we have balance to bring sleeve outputs for mono and stereo. It has a damper pedal. It has MIDI in and out. And, there's the obligatory, power. Now, let me make sure this is, set up reasonably okay. Now, here's the reason why I'm bothering with giving you a kind of a full technical, not completely, comprehensive, but 50 pounds, weighted keys. This plays like, it's also 14 years old, but this plays, for when I bought it, it played more like a piano than any similarly sized, because I don't even use this as a controller keyboard. It doesn't even really have the MIDI capability, because it's all Roland's, internal junk in this. They designed this just for people to plug it in to a PA and, get... The action on it is actually fairly light in comparison to most modern stuff. Anyway, whenever I have to gig and they don't have a piano there, and they don't have like an engineer, and they don't have like a guy running sound or whatever, this is what I have to bring. This thing is, I would actually use my preferred curse to describe how heavy this is. This amp is also very heavy. Amp is good enough. Keyboards served me well for a long time. Let's look at this piaggero thing. Now here's the thing. Wait right here. I'm gonna go into the other room and grab it. I'm coming. I'm still coming. I promise you. Okay, this is not some sort of He-Man, bulk effect kind of crazy thing. I am holding this by my thumb. This is the piaggero. Now, the reviews that I read of this guy, which I got for $150 on Amazon. By the way, I cannot pick this up with one hand. My RD150. There's no way. It is friggin' heavy. It is catastrophically heavy. This guy, look at this. This is not like some sort of feat of strength here, although I did almost drop it. Look at this. It is one thumb. It is totally ridiculously light. And I read, especially on the reviews on Amazon, I was dismayed, especially after getting it, because now here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, oh my god. I see I have to play another wedding pretty soon, and I saw this, because I was like, I had a little bit of money. This is normally like, everything is, set up for my sequencing rig, so like this is not the right height for me, and this, and it doesn't come with this great of a, it doesn't come with any sort of, stand or anything. You have to buy these things yourself. And by the way, keyboard stands and a bench are two of the most important things you can buy, second only to a music stand. This comes with a music stand that I was actually surprised. Anyway, but people seem to review this on Amazon as if they were buying, as if they were being asked to spend $500 to $1,300 for their absolute next dream keyboard for gigging. Ironically enough, for me, this is a really great keyboard for gigging. I don't have to carry that now. Okay, let's look at the specs. The Yamaha piaggero, this is the NP-11. It's got 61 keys, so it's not a full keyboard. They're full-size keys almost. They are not weighted. 32-note polyphony. The touch on it, which you'll hear in a moment, is really good. This would be, if you want to learn theory, if you want to get started, if you want to get someone started with like a keyboard, and you don't have a lot of money, and who the hell has a lot of money, I would seriously recommend this. I mean, it's $150. Yeah, you're not going to develop classical touch on it. And when you move to, and the weight on the keys, there's no weight. Although they do feel more substantial than I expected them to based off of the reviews. Anyway, so it's not going to be great for developing technique per se, but you will learn how to play the piano on this. And at $150, I have yet to see a comparable instrument, and we're going to turn it on now. This is running off of, unlike the Behemoth down there, this right now is running off of 6 AA batteries. It does have a power. You can plug it in, but you have to buy the goddamn adapter. And it depends on which country you're in, whether or not it ships with one. It has 4 reverbs. I think it has 4 reverbs. I did not screw around too much with the reverbs. So it's got, no, actually, it only has, it ostensibly actually has 1 reverb, but whatever. Let's look at the back. And this is what I was really nervous about, because I have to play this wedding next week, and it's actually my brother's wedding, and I love my brother, and I want to make him happy, but I know where, I've played the room that he's getting married in, and it is a nightmare to get your gear there. Let me maybe get this into the light. Okay, so there we go. There's your phones and output. That's a balanced, it's, tempering sleeve, 1/4 inch. That's the power adapter. There's MIDI in and out, which you should be able to see there, kind of, maybe. And then it's got a pedal. Hang on, let me reset this up again. Yeah, I know this is going on for a while, but trust me, it's worth it just by virtue of the fact that you're going to hear the comparison between the two. So, grand piano. Now, here's the deal. This has built-in speakers. That is on max volume. Let's hear what it sounds like through the amp. If that will even work, actually, now that I think about it, because where the hell? Oh my god! That's how friggin' old. Oh man, I just actually had a cable's entire balanced tempering sleeve 1/4 inch thing come out on me. That was hilarious. Luckily, this can only accommodate one. Look at that. That's pretty crazy. That's never happened to me before in my life. Oh wait, okay, no, that's just an adapter for it. That's because this is RCA. So we're gonna plug in our little RCA guy right in here. And now let us pray. See, that sounds significantly better. Ooh, it sounds very much better, and it's very much louder. Alright, let's adjust this. So we're going to turn on the bass. Bring down the high. Let me show you one other thing, and then we can end this. I am friggin' blown away by this. Literally, I expected it to be something that I might have to return after reading all these reviews. Cause I'm very wary of a $150 keyboard. I don't buy anything in terms of audio that is actually gonna go on stage or anything. I don't screw around because like it's a recipe for disappointment. But at $150, this weighs a fifth of what that weighs. I don't even need a case for this. It runs off of batteries, which is another really cool thing that a lot of people, I mean, you rightly should be dismissive of it if you're gonna, take it out, to actually play. I mean, if you're going to play a gig, I would fucking put new batteries in it every time. But it does have, optional AC power. But like the thing is, like, man, sometimes like you end up like you show up for a wedding, and you haven't played the room, and maybe you're not bringing your own PA. And you don't know, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing, and you're gonna end up getting stuck in a corner, where this is why I always bring an extension cord and other stuff. But like this will run off of batteries. So if your patch cable will make it to the mixer or whatever for the real PA, then you're done. And I think this sounds really good. Oh yeah, let me turn this all the way back up to master. Let's not do that actually. Check it out. Whoa. Oh, oops. I mean, that's pretty nice. Oh wait, I forgot. I don't have the pedal plugged in. I was like, man, this pedal sucks. I was about to like rip it apart. Maybe I have it on backwards. Or maybe it's... Doesn't seem to like that. But anyway. Oh yeah, here are the other sounds. It has a metronome. It does not have a sequencer, which I would not expect. Here's the electric piano. Anyway, and it has a pipe organ. Whoa, that's cool. I wish the pedal worked. I mean, that's $150. It's got strings and vibes. Ostensibly, you should be. I think you're supposed to be able to layer these, but I have yet to find the button that does that. And with 32, no polyphony. I mean, it's not like you're dealing with, like the ultimate pad box. Oh yeah, this is what is this? That's one thing I hate. It doesn't have a light up. It doesn't have a lamp underneath which patch you have selected, which kind of sucks. This is, I guess, strings and vibes. Or maybe it's strings or vibes, but those are pretty nice strings. I was on the case. Harpsichord. By the way, you know, like I got like everything on my amp here. It's set to just total mid, actually. High is a little boosted, but whatever. And it's got a harpsichord, which I've never played, actually. Ooh. Huh, anyway, that's kind of cool. Bet you love that that ain't her boy. Could she love? Could she coo? Could she woo? I let anybody see my girl? Anybody? Anyway, I'm very impressed with. And I'm actually going to play my brother's wedding with this, I think. Especially after hearing it through It's tinny, it's not the greatest thing that I've ever heard. It's also $150. So like, I mean, if I had this when I was a kid... Sounds pretty damn good to me. I mean, it's a little tinny, and right now, I mean, I would turn it this way down, actually. Further down, and I would turn this. Little... that's my review for $100. You're not going to beat this. If you want to play with just the speakers, you know, like in a performance setting, like a gig environment, perhaps you need to give someone my phone number and, you know, for the right amount, I will be more than happy to give them a real pianist. Because, I mean, like, you know, you're not going to go out and actually play with these. But to learn how to friggin' play the piano, man, what are you going to do for $150? And it looks nice. And it sounds okay through the speaker. I do not like the sound of the speakers, but it sounds okay. If you want to play for, you know, your friends or whatever. If you want to take this, you know, because bam, it is so heavy. It's so difficult to get around. I mean, this is impressive. So cheers. That's my review, and I think people should not give it such a mean-spirited, hateful review as if like they're reviewing a $500 to a $1,300 piece of equipment. It is maybe the best total low end. The value you get for this, especially if you know if you don't have the money to buy like something. I mean, even the RD 150 is not what I would recommend. I would recommend getting, you know, a Yamaha U3 upright, you know, and it'll kick your ass and you'll get some serious chops, and it'll make a pianist out of you. It didn't happen to me, but ostensibly it happens to other people. So, you know, but anyway, you know. Because that's one thing you have to be worried about, is that, you know, learning on things that don't have weighted keys distorts your playing, especially if you're starting on things that have weighted keys and you want to become a pianist. But if you want to become a keyboard player, you know, hell, $150, baby. Amazon. That concludes everything for the Yamaha Piaggero, Piaggero NP-11. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, you can find more of my garbage and madness and horror and scary things at SethFlynn.com.